Yo, what's up everyone? Kyrios here, and today I'm going to go over a couple mistakes that you're probably making in the mid game. Now, I was working on my energy optimization guide from going from level 20 all the way to level 60, but then I was getting a lot of questions about purple dust. Where should I be using my energy? You know, we're in this little bit of a stopgap around level 40. So I want to talk just specifically about the mid game, and I want to talk about some of the things that I just brought up right there. And I'm going to have to jump back and forth between my global account and my Chinese account just to be able to show you proof of what I'm talking about. So if you guys can, hit that like and subscribe. Check out the Tower of Fantasy playlist over at my own speech, and I'll see you in there. All right, guys, first thing I want to talk about is purple dust. Now, a lot of people are asking me questions about their purple dust and what they should be using and stuff like that. So this video is going to be a little bit of mistakes you're making, a little bit of tips. I've actually got a lot of tips, so hit the chapters down below. Hopefully I don't make this video too long, but the one thing I do want to start talking about is that purple dust, and this will lead into our second tip as well, so make sure you watch that. But as you know, you're now getting two different versions of dust. You're getting that blue dust and you're getting that purple dust. Now for the blue dust, very straightforward. Make sure you're buying those advancement modules. Make sure you're getting those boosted modules. Max those out every week. If you're not, you're hurting your progress, and then you can buy some special gifts with that. Now going on to the purple dust. Now, there's actually something you guys can't see in the shop right now. And if you've seen any of my other live streams where I play my Chinese account, you'll know that I use purple dust to buy something that's not there and is not there till level 50. But you should probably get about one of every piece. So being able to take your gear all the way to purple gear, that's totally acceptable, especially if you need a little CS to try and get that suppressor leveled up. Go ahead and do that. That's not a problem. But don't be wasting your purple dust re-rolling the same gear. Like maybe you're trying to get like a really good gloves, right, with some crit damage, some attack on it, and you're just trying to get that perfect set. You really shouldn't be doing that. You're going to be hurting yourself once you hit about level 50. And let me switch over the future Kyrios to show you why. Future Kyrios. Boo, 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 boo. All right, guys, future Kyrios here. We're over on my CN account. Now I'm going to show you why you want to be saving that purple dust. Now, if we go into our inventory, everyone probably has been spending some of these crystals. I should have took a screenshot. Maybe I'll get one in post of the global version, but you have these in global, and you mainly get these from just opening chests and a bunch of other activities. But at level 50, and it says this in the global version as well, level 50, you get the option to buy these crystals straight out. And this is your primary source of starring up your gear. So for example, I have 9,000 dust right now. I'm going to go ahead and just buy out 999 of these, which gives me essentially whatever that is. Comes out to 2,997 of those crystals. Now, if I go to any piece of gear, I'm just going to level a piece of gear, even if it's not the most optimized piece of gear. And you go to any piece of gear here. I guess I have a lot of equipment that I could have done that. There you go. I've already 1-starred that. But then if I decide to 2-star, you can see it uses a lot of these crystals. And you probably have seen this. Now, I've been telling people not to star up their gear really until you get gold gear. But you're going to need these crystals. And it uses a ton of crystals. Look at this. Look how many crystals you have to use. And I'm not even halfway to, or I'm a little bit more than halfway to just 2-star. This is the amount of crystals it takes. So the more you can save, the better you're going to be. Even if you could just 1-star most of your gear, it's going to help you out in your gear score an absolute ton. All right, coming off that chain of dust and why we're saving for dust, I'm going to talk about in your 40s how you're using your energy improperly. Now, in your 30s, you should have been doing interstellar dimensions and dimension trials. So interstellars are only good if you can go find some 3-stars, which are very, very hard to do. You'll have to go to the recruitment, try and find those 3-star interstellars and get into a group that has that. If you're doing 2-stars and 1-stars, they're totally not worth it. Now, all through our 30s and part of our 40s, we're mainly doing dimension trials. And the reason that we're doing that is that we need to stock up on all these selectors. And these selectors are going to allow you to level your weapons at 35, 40, 45, and 50. And those are the most important thing. Gear is not the most important thing. Your weapons leveling and matrices are the most important thing. So, and then you can see that this one unlocks at 51, and we'll talk about that at 51, how you're going to shift back into dimension trials to get you prepared to get those weapons to the next level. We won't talk completely on that, but just realize that those are usually your best bang for buck, except for right now in the 40s. Now, just quickly pointing out, do not do joint operation. I've mentioned it in many different videos. We do not do joint operation until you're at least level 60, until you have both of these gold pieces. Now, I know it says 43,000 recommended rating, but if you go in there with a good group, you really don't need that rating. You just need a good group. So please hold off on that. Make sure you're doing the right one, and make sure you're getting double the amount of gear on that. And that brings me to another point before we just go back around. Let me go into my backpack here. You'll see that I'm saving all these joint supply chips. I'm getting them from support tokens. I'm getting them from every place I can get them, because when I hit 60, they're going to allow me to pop these before getting into those dungeons to guarantee, or up the chances at least, of me getting better equipment. So it's going to optimize my energy a lot more. So let's talk about how you're using energy improperly. And if we look at my inventory here, you'll see that I am actually stacking a ton of omnium beacons. Now, the reason why I'm stacking these omnium beacons is because at level 50, they're going to start dropping you gold dust. Now, I'm going to be a little hardcore on this, mainly because I played the CN server. I'm actually going to be saving these gold ones all the way to like level 70, level 80, because the stuff you get in there improves over time. But at level 50, I'm going to, because you only hold 30 of these, at level 50, I'm going to start dropping these purples in level 60 and blues. But if you wait until you're level 50, you're going to get more blue dust, more purple dust, and the addition of gold dust to get you gold gear. So in order to show that, I'm going to jump on over to my CN account again. I'll show you some omnium beacons that I can place over there, and I'll show you the shop comparison. I'm going to use one of these blue ones just so we have it on screen, what you can see. I'm going to put one of these down. Yada, 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 yada. You're going to get some immediate EXP, which is great because you can use the EXP. You get 36 dust, and you get 12 purple dust. So now I want to compare that over at the CN, and you'll see the difference once you're higher level using those omnium beacons. And just quickly to point out, these omnium beacons, essentially they have 3 different variants: gold, purple, and blue. They just get you more resources. So gold obviously gets you the most amount of resources you can get. It's kind of like doing a 3-star interstellar. Purple gets you the second, blue gets you the most. You'll mainly get blues. That's why you want to save those golds, and make sure you hide them in a very good spot. I think I'll have to do another video showing you all my hiding spots. I don't know if I want to show people that, because I don't want people finding my my omnium beacons. Let's head on over. Future Kyrios. All right, we're going to put one of these beacons down. Let's go ahead and use a blue one, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and put it down. You're going to see that. You're going to see the stuff pop up. Got some EXP, got 36, got 24, and then we got 18 gold dust. Now, I think when you guys hit 50, you're not going to get 18 gold dust. So obviously in the video, take that for consideration. If someone in the comments can verify that. It's been a long time since I've been level 50. But just know that your packages, as you get higher up in the levels, do typically get better. And that's why I'm saving my gold ones till I'm at like 60 and 70, so I get optimal. But if I find out that we do get 18 dust per one, I'll probably just use them all. And to just quickly drive the point home, also, you're going to get a lot of those other resources you need anyways from those chests that you're holding, whether they're blue or gold. You can see I got some really good ones here on some of the chests. I'm just going to go through some of my inventory here just to show you. There's some additional materials. These are the off materials that you need. Here's some more additional materials. I think this was a purple. And you can see that I'm just getting a ton of materials, right? The white orbs and the cubes and stuff like that. So it's gonna say you're gonna get those DPs in there. You're gonna get EXP in there. Omnium beacons are actually pretty good, and that's pretty much it. And then when you guys, and just as a final little tip here, a final big tip, if you guys are in your 50s, you still don't want to be doing joint operation. You still want to be doing those dimension trials or those 3-star interstellars, or if you don't have enough time, omnium beacons are okay, because you're going to need to continue to level up your weapons. I'm not even at max level weapon on my Chinese account, which is 160, and it gets rough. It gets rough. Look at this. You need 17 of these elite ones. You need 17 of these red tier 2 ones. And then you need a lot of crystals, and you have to do a lot of merging to make that happen. So I want you guys to stay ahead of the game, because you're going to need to level like 3, 4, 5 maybe weapons. Don't level all your SSR weapons out the gate, and just keep that in mind. That's why a lot of content creators, and a lot of myself included, and a lot of people are just running Interstellar and Dimension Trials, is that we're just trying to bank as many materials as possible in order to upgrade. You can see that I'm always banking materials and holding on to them until I absolutely have to do that, because things start getting very, very rough for your weapons. And that's my final little tip going into even when we get to 2.0 and that level cap goes up and those weapons expand to a level 160. If you're banking a lot of these materials because your base equipment's good and you're out of the joint chips and all that goodness, you're going to set yourself up for success. Well, that's all I've got. Hopefully that helped you. Those are some bonus tips, and mainly the main tips on what you should really be doing and why I'm getting those omnium beacons. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know of any other videos that you're interested in. I know there's a bunch I haven't done yet, like an equipment guide, and the optimized energy guide, and optimized black crystal guides for getting currency and all that goodness. All those videos are coming, so make sure you do like and subscribe. I'll see you in the Discord. I'll see you in the live streams, and take it easy. Fist bump from me to you.